Hey fans, I'm Ainsley Topchick.
And I'm Josh Sperber.
And welcome to the Threshers pregame show. Hey fans, I'm Ainsley Topchick.
And I'm Josh Sperber.
And welcome to the Threshers pregame show. Well, Josh, it's good to be back here in Baycare Ballpark after being on the road against Fort Myers. A couple of close games, but the Threshers walking away with just 2 wins of that 6-game series.
And a couple of really good wins for the Threshers, but there's a couple moments in there that you'd want to have back, and I'm sure the Threshers will say the same thing. Obviously, the walk-off loss on Wednesday certainly stung the most. Game 1 on Tuesday was a 2-1 pitcher's duel, also a loss by the Threshers. But you really felt like they were in just about all of these games this weekend. And talking to the manager, Aaron Barrett, as we've talked about all year, you can really tell the most about players, about a team, in how they perform in these big moments. And even though the scoreboard didn't always favor the Threshers, their style of play, how hard they played, how hard they were working on and off the field was always evident, and they're really in a good spot with these last 3 series before playoffs.
Yeah, I think fight is a word that really has defined this team all season long. Of course, we want to see that today against the Blue Jays, who they have a really good track record against. Last time they faced was mid-July, just a 2-game series. Threshers taking both of those, and one of them a 16-run dub. I mean, pretty dominating offense.
Yeah, and it's great to look at the record and see that the Threshers are 10-4 so far against Dunedin this year, 5 of 6 games won here at Baycare Ballpark. But there's a caveat with that because they're 2 completely different teams.
Absolutely.
Even just from that post-All-Star break series, Juan Villavicencio, who had 6 runs in that big 16-run game against Dunedin, he's already called up to high A. Lidio Fedibus, with the team's RBI lead, still is up in high A. Same is true on the Dunedin side. JoJo Parker, their first-round draft pick from 2025, got called up already. So there are going to be some players that you'll see that have played in this series before, but for a lot of guys on both sides, it's going to be their first time in this crosstown rivalry.
Yeah, and Josh, I think that's a really great point to make, is that there's a lot of new faces, almost 2 different rosters as they meet again, so it's going to be interesting. But somebody that's not a new face around here, Brad Pacheco, will make his 19th start of the season. And gosh, this guy is just so reliable, so durable. July and August, he has not gone for less than 5 innings in his 6 starts.
And that is the big word you can use to describe Brad Pacheco this year, has been workhorse. Because he's just a guy who eats innings and consistently gets out. And even if he has kind of a tougher start to an outing, let up a couple of runs, he's usually pretty much shut down afterwards. He rebounds really well after getting into a jam, so he can pick himself up after getting hit around for a couple hits and a run or 2. He's just the kind of guy that you want starting the series and setting the tone from the beginning as the Threshers look to rebound from 2 straight series losses.
Yeah, and it helps. He's a guy that doesn't let up that many walks, which is always helpful. So if you want to see Brad Pacheco on the mound tonight, we have the Threshers Dunedin Blue Jays game coming up. First pitch is at 6:30.